Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with a layout, a 12 by 12 layout today using 2 photos. These are, I think, 4 by 4 photos, and they are cute photos of my son on the right, Lincoln, and then with Thomas and Jack, Jess's boys. And we are all, well, they are sitting on the fold-out couch, which is where my mum and dad stay when they visit Jess's family. And they are reading Wiggles books because all 3 of them are obsessed with the Wiggles. You know, Jack was probably a little more obsessed when he was younger, but he definitely still loves them. And yeah, they're super cute pictures. And look, they're both the same picture, essentially. I mean, they're not. They're taken a few seconds apart. But they are the same picture. I could have absolutely just used one of these images on this layout for the same effect. You know, adding the multi-photos doesn't add anything else to the story, but I couldn't choose, so I'm using them both. And I've got a whole heap of cut aparts from One Canoe 2, from a variety of collections, mainly from 6x6 paper pads, I think, or the 6x8 paper pads, and a couple, I think there was a few from the 12x12. I've only got one lot of 12x12 papers, and that's from Creekside. The rest of my papers from One Canoe 2 are in the 6x8 size. So I think I've got Willow, Saturday Afternoon, some Creekside, and something else that's escaping me. Twilight? No, not Twilight. I've used that one all up already. Anyway, I've got a few. Now, the florals I have fussy cut from some 12x12 paper. I'm still using some more of the cut aparts in those little banners that I'm sort of fiddling around with up the top. Yeah, and then I've got only one like actual embellishment from the sticker sheet, believe it or not. The rest of this layout is created entirely with either fussy cut paper or the cut aparts. I'm pretty proud of that, I'll have you know. So you can see I'm just creating a cluster at the top of my page here. So I was using a sketch for this. It was in one of the Facebook groups I'm part of, and I totally forgot to grab the sketch for me to like insert into my video. So I'm so sorry about that. But it was in, I think, the Kidaholic Kits community Facebook group that I'm part of. And yeah, they had a cyber crop, and this was the sketch challenge. And so it's very different though to the sketch, which is always the case for me. You know, the loose themes are the same, but I definitely deviate quite quickly, but that's okay. So I am sticking my photos down flat. So I think I've said this before in quite a few videos. I am aiming for less bulk in my layouts. Well, less bulk in my album so I can fit more layouts in because I am fast running out of space. So I'm just trying to be a little bit more considered in how I am scrapping, and I'm just adding less dimension. I still add dimension. So this sticker right now, I'm going to pop some foam on and pop up. It says, "Dear Saturday, I love you." I'll be brutally honest, can't remember if this was actually on a Saturday. Maybe I'll check right now because I've got the date written on my layout. I suspect it wasn't. But, you know, the sentiment remains the same. It was on a Saturday! Yay! This photo was taken on the 27th of June. Turns out that was a Saturday. That was a happy coincidence, folks. I did not plan for that. I just knew that it was, you know, a weekend vibe. So I also don't work on Mondays. So, and Jess doesn't work on a Monday either, and her boys are home. So we often do things together on a Monday. So it could very well have been a Monday, and both my parents are retired. So they come up to visit us whenever suits them. And it often is weekdays. But anyway, happy coincidence. There you go. It was a Saturday. So, "Dear Saturday, I love you." Now more so is a very appropriate sticker. And then you can see I've created a cluster at the top and the bottom of the right hand side. Now in that white space in between those 2 clusters, I'm going to put a very large title, and that was part of the sketch element. And I'm super happy with how this turned out. I sort of mix metals, I guess, in my title. I do go for a glitter, kind of a black glitter thicker as well as a gold thicker. And I didn't really think about it at the time, and then someone said to me, "I love the way that you've mixed the metals." And I said, "Mixed the metals? yeah, I guess I have. I didn't even think about it. Oh, I'm creating this cute little banner kind of cluster is the word I'm looking for, up the top, just because I wanted a little bit of different, a little bit of interest. I had these banners as part of the cut aparts and I wanted to use them. So I did. And then I'm creating some little strips of pattern paper at the top, and I did that down the bottom as well, and I've already stuck those down. So again, these were actually from cut apart sheets. I could have absolutely just used, you know, scraps of pattern paper, but these were definitely from a cut apart sheet. Yeah, so I was trying to use up as much as I could. I still have a lot of One Canoe 2 left in my collection bag, in my little baggie that holds all my One Canoe 2 stuff. But it's definitely, I'm working on using them up. As you know, if you've watched these videos, you know one of my goals for the year is to try and use up some of my collections, but I'm sort of trying to operate on a, you know, I need to use up a collection before I buy a new one. Just because I only have limited space, don't we all? And I just want to be a bit more mindful and considered in my choices for my new collections. So am I going to buy new things? Absolutely. I'm certainly not restricting myself on what I can and can't buy, in the sense of, yes, if I want something, I'm going to buy it. But I am trying to just be a little bit more, considered, as I said, and actually think about if, do I need this collection? Is it similar to something that I already have? You know, does it bring me joy? Like if I use Marie Kondo's philosophy, because that definitely is something that I want to, you know, think more about when I am purchasing this year. So you can see my title, Everybody Loves the Wiggles. And so you can see I've used these large gold thickers and then the black thickers as well. So I wanted a large title. Again, that was part of the sketch, but I really wanted it to fill that entire space. And so I just went through my stash, figured out what I had. I didn't have enough of either of these two types of thickers to spell out what I kind of wanted my title to be. And so I did mix the two of them, and I'm really happy with how this works. Now, thankfully, I did put some glue on that V, but thankfully I kind of didn't glue the rest. I do need to glue these stickers because they're quite old, but thankfully I didn't glue the rest so that I could kind of place them down first to see where I needed to position them before I stuck the rest down with wet glue. Now, everybody, as one word, would not fit, so I do kind of add a little hyphen just so that people know I realise everybody is one word. In this case, everybody is one word. And so I, added a little hyphen there. And now I'm just going to stick these stickers down with wet glue, and then I do add splatters because, you know, who am I if I don't add splatters? I put splatters on basically every layout. I feel like now, if it doesn't have splatters, it's not complete. So, you know, I think everybody has their thing. I know, you know, Laura, when I watch Laura Alberts, she often talks about, you know, her little sprinkles that she likes to add. And I feel like for her, you know, unless she adds a little sprinkle, her layout's not complete. And, you know, for me, my sprinkle is mists. And I feel like if I don't add mists, you know, my layout's not really finished. Now, you know, sometimes I don't add mist, but that's a very rare at the moment. So there we go. I probably could have edited this part out for you. We don't really need to watch me putting wet glue on the back of my thickers, but it is important to, you know, stick down. Particularly I find the chipboard thickers definitely lose their stick a lot over time. The foam thickers, sometimes I find, you know, once you've stuck them down, they're really hard to get back up. But yeah, the chipboard ones definitely need some glue. And I really like these black sparkly ones. I really need to use them more often. I'm trying to find a better storage solution for my thickers. So if anyone has a suggestion on what fits in the Kallax unit, bonus points if you're in Australia, and you know you've got some storage containers that work, I would love that. And I would love to put like, two lots of 6x6, some form of container that can hold my thickers beside each other in the Kallax unit. Is that possible? Somebody tell me if that's possible, because that is what I would like. Now I've added navy Hydro Stop Colour Shine and my Marabou Art Spray in gold, and that's it. I am writing my date of my photos, and then I'm done. I've been making it a point to at least date all my photos as I make my layouts. I will come back and do a little bit of journaling, but the date I'm trying to put on straight away. So here's my close-up photo. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thanks guys, bye.